Hello everyone, Cliff here, back in the shed at last. I've got a project in mind. I've done some videos on repairing clocks and what have you, and they go down quite well. For some time I've been thinking about doing a little series of videos, basically taking a very basic clock to bits, cleaning it and putting it back together, and doing a little write-up with it to accompany the videos, which is turning out a lot harder than I thought it might be. But one of the problems I'm having with it is the filming. The filming, getting the camera gets in the way. I can't film it clear enough. So with that in mind, let me just show you sort of where I work. So that's basically my work area when I'm doing watches and clocks. And if I've got a tripod or even the microphone boom, the camera just gets in the way. I can't get it close enough. I can't get the it's very difficult to film it properly. So I've decided the camera needs to be mounted up there. So that's what I want to do, make a bracket to go up there to mount the camera on. Well, I'm actually going to mount the camera on this monopod that I've taken one leg out of, so that it gives me the up and down movement. Also get a little bit of movement here and there on it. But that's what I'm going to be doing, making a bracket to put on the ceiling with a bit of backwards and forwards adjustment and a bit of sideways adjustment. It doesn't need an awful lot of adjustment because where I work is just this little area here, but it does need to be a bit adjustable. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, well that's them up there. Oh, so I've got a couple of bit of 2-inch aluminium. I'm going to measure that off now. Cut a couple of bits of that and make the bit to go across there and the brackets. Right, so this bit fits across them. I'm going to cut a slot in that, drill some holes in here, drill a couple of holes in here, thread them. Got a couple of nuts, I ain't got no wing nuts or anything, so I'll have to maybe weld some wings on them. And then just bend these to make clamps. If you've ever come across these red wheels, they're like a Scotch-Brite wheel. I got it at one of the motorbike jumbles I go to, but they do a marvellous job at cleaning metal up. Got nearly all the hammer marks out of that. Not that that makes any difference to the functionality of it, but makes it look prettier. Alright, well that's the bracket up there at least. So what I've got now is the tricky bit of connecting this to that top bar there so it can move side to side. I've got to make something to fit in here and a nut in the other side, or bolt in the other side of it to go over there. Well, better just get on with it, hadn't I? I'm pretty sure that in here somewhere I've got some 25mm, about that big, but aluminium, which is what I'd rather use. I know this. Yep, that'll be big enough. I can turn that down to fit in there. Cut a bit of that off. Turn it down to fit in that end and just drill and thread that end and put a nut and a washer on the other side, and I think that'll do it. Right, I'll just measure that the monopod thing, the inside diameter of that, and turn that down to it. Right, if I turn this down to 18mm, that should do it. Put it the right way. Right, so I'll zero the DRO. I've got to take about 4mm off of this. Like a massive cut. Take one off. That was one. Another 0.1 off it. Can't try it on the well, something, because it's got these little indentations in there, which I'm going to have to take out of that on the milling machine. But for now I'm going to turn it round and just drill and tap the other end. I'm just going to tap that for an 8mm thread, and then see about putting this on the milling machine and taking some little half circles out. I've got a little ball nose end mill. It's 3/16, but it looks to be about the right size. I'm just going to eyeball this. It doesn't have to be that precise. Pretty good. Could have been a little bit longer over there, but that fits in there nice. So now I'm going to drill and tap a little hole in here just to clamp it, just to hold it in place, and I've still got to tap this hole up here. There you go, that end's threaded. Little thread there. Give it a bit of a clean up and give it a go. There you go, solid as a rock. Alright, now I've just got to get it mounted on that, whoops, get it mounted on that bracket. Alright, well there it is mounted. I'll swap the camera over onto it now and see what it looks like looking at the desk. Desk cam mounted. So that's not in my way at all, and hopefully that's down on the desk. There you go, when that's down on the desk, no problem at all. Be just like you're sitting opposite me. So, that's it for this one. Pleased I finally got around to doing that. Looking up at them brackets though, I put them on a bit wonky, but not that you're ever going to see the brackets. Anyway, it works. I'm pleased with it. It's completely out of the way for me doing anything over this way, so that's great. Well, that's it for this one. Whether my watch and clock things ever take off, who knows. But the bracket's up. It's only took me nearly all day. And some people out there think you just point your iPhone at something and you become a YouTube sensation. If only they knew. Cheers everyone, see you in the next one. Bye for now.